Fox News alert now. Brand new evidence on the investigation on Hillary Clinton's email expanding now. A computer company revealing it was told to limit backups to Clinton's private server. One worried employee saying, quote, starting to think this whole thing really is covering up some shady blank. I just think if we have it in writing that they told us to cut the backups and that we can go public with our statement saying we have had backups since day one, then we were told to trim 30 days, it would make us look a whole lot better, end quote. What's that all mean? Stephen Hayes, senior writer, Weekly Standard, Fox News contributor. Steve, good morning to you.
Morning, Bill.
You believe this to be a significant development. Explain why.
I do. Well, look, anytime you have somebody inside an organization like Platte River raising the prospect of a cover-up and suggesting that there may have been a directive to cut the backup, to trim the backups to 30 days, that has to raise questions for investigators. There are many things we don't know, of course. We don't know if there was such a directive, in fact. We don't know who gave such a directive. We don't know exactly what the directive said, if it exists. But the fact that we have those additional questions, I think, raises many more questions, and I think will keep the FBI quite busy.
To be clear, the Clintons had two companies, right, working to back up the server.
Correct.
In case things went wrong and you had to go to the second company. And
right.
Some of the emails that are missing are in the very early days of the administration, Secretary of State, an email she had with General David Petraeus. And right now those emails are missing. Do I have that right?
That's right, and that's I would say that's a separate ip, but it was another significant development yesterday. You had the State Department, the revelation of a State Department letter dated October 2nd, which the State Department wrote to Hillary Clinton's personal attorney and said, do we have everything? You've told us we have everything. Do we have everything? Because we've become aware of emails from early in her tenure with David Petraeus that were not turned over to us. So questions both inside the government and now external questions about what exactly she turned over, whether it was complete, and whether there was some directive to cut the backup once these emails were turned over.
That's an interesting question, too. Did anyone on her team advise that? Now, while this is happening, you got the Benghazi matter, right? And Democrats are arguing, hey, this is just a witch hunt. It's just politics. But who on this side of the government is pushing this story now? Is it the FBI? Are they doing it?
I don't know that the FBI is pushing the story. I think they're certainly making further inroads in their investigation. We learned that they requested this information from Datto Communications, a Connecticut-based firm that was doing the backups for Platte River back in September. So the FBI has been moving ahead, even as now, over the past several days, I would say the media have been consumed with this, I think, rather foolish comment from Kevin McCarthy that makes the investigation look political when I think, in fact, Trey Gowdy did everything he possibly could to keep it from being political.
Interesting. I shouldn't say pushing, you should say leading. Stephen Hayes, thank you. Sorry for that leading question. In
Thanks,
Washington Bill. With us. You bet. We'll talk to you real soon. Martha.